Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, students of class 9th. Hope all of you will be fine. Dear students, as you know, we have completed our course of biology textbook and revision has been started. So let us start our revision from chapter 9. Chapter 9, which is transport. This chapter we have already studied. Now we will revise it on the point of view of fast track syllabus, which is already smart, and the questions we will select from this course will be short questions. Now, as this chapter says that every organism which is made up of cells, the basic unit of life, these cells need some materials for their metabolic activities to be taken in and to be exposed of or disposed of from the body. In this way, they are able to perform their metabolic activities and they sustain their life. So, in simple organisms, simple multicellular organisms or unicellular organisms, the cells are always in contact with their environment. So, this is very easy for them to take in material from the environment or to dispose of the excretory product to the environment. But in multicellular organisms, there are some modes of communication or transport into the body. First of all, we will study in transport in plants, and the main thing which is transported in plants is water. The water carries minerals along with it. So the under the heading of transport in plants, the first few lines are the role of water in transport. So we can put a question over here that what is the role of water in plants' life? So first of all, water is vital to plant life. Number one, it is necessary not just for photosynthesis and turgor, but much of the cellular activities occurs in the presence of water molecules. Number two, internal temperature of the plant body is also regulated by water. Now from here we will start the role of vascular system in plants. So over here the question, that is the role of water, ends. So next, the land water gets water and minerals from soil. After absorption by roots, water and minerals have to be transported to the aerial parts of the body. Similarly, food is manufactured in leaves, and this manufactured food has to be transported from the aerial parts back to the body. So, the water which is absorbed through roots must be transported to the aerial parts, and the aerial parts which perform like leaves, which perform photosynthesis and prepare the organic material or food, has to be transported to the other part for the production of energy for them and to be stored in them. So all land plants except mosses and liverworts, they have developed a complex vascular system which is called as xylem and phloem that move water and food throughout the plant body. So the second short questions over here, and it was started from the uh, last page paragraph, third line, that is land plants get water and minerals from soil. Over here we can put the question, that is the role of the vascular system in plants, a short question. Now on next page, water and ion uptake, we can put a question of the long question come, what is the role of what is the function and structure of roots. we can put a question of what is the role of structure and function of roots, and it will be a long question. But we when we go for the short questions, there are so many short questions which originates from here. Like the first paragraph is, in addition to anchoring the plant, roots perform two other vital functions. So the first paragraph is the role of or the function of roots in plants. So put a question over here, that what is the function or role of roots. So the first function we will point wise write down. The root perform two vital functions. Number one, first they absorb water and salts from soil, and number two, they provide conducting tissues for distributing these substances to the tissues of stem. Or we can put a third role also, that is root supports the plant or they hold the plant in the soil. This will be the third point. Now there is a box on the side in which uh, we can write the question that what is the difference between xylem and phloem. So the xylem tissue, we will put a column. On one side we will give the heading xylem tissue, and on the other side the phloem tissue. Xylem tissue is responsible for the transport of water and dissolved substances from roots to aerial parts. It consists of vessel elements and tracheids. While on the other column we will put the information about phloem. That is, phloem tissue is responsible for the conduction of dissolved organic matter, that is food, between different parts of the body, and it consists of sieve tube cells and companion cells. Now the mid of the paragraph is about the structure of the roots. The structure of the root along with the diagram I will explain in the next lecture, because the diagram given in the book is not appropriate to explain this paragraph. Now come towards the third paragraph, which is the root hair cells provide large surface area. These are the functions of the root hair cells. So put a short question over here, that is, what is the function or properties of root hairs. The function, the root hair cells provide large surface area for absorption. Number one, they grow out into the space between soil particles where they are in direct contact with water. This is the second point. The third point is the cytoplasm of root hairs has higher concentration of salts than soil water. So water moves by osmosis, that is according to the concentration gradient, into the root hair cells, or the salts also provide a channel. This is the fourth function, also provide a channel to root hair cells for diffusion or active transport. After their entry, how they provide channel? They enter into the root hairs. Water and salts travel through intercellular space or through cells via channels called plasmodesmata and reach xylem tissues. And once they reach xylem tissue, water and salts are carried to all the other parts of the plants. So this time we will end over here. Next I will send few further more pages of the short questions, which will you will read and write in your books, and similarly now other I will explain it from the book also. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.